We've all been there. You have a massive data set, you need to pull in some information, and you reach for the VLOOKUP function. But then you get that NA error, and your formula breaks because you moved a column. Hello and welcome back to Ben Academy. Today we're ending the frustration. I'm going to show you why index and match is the power user combination that makes VLOOKUP look obsolete. But before diving into the details, if you like such content, you can subscribe to our channel to see similar tutorials in the channel. But what's the problem with VLOOKUP and why VLOOKUP falls short? Here is the classic confusion. Many people think VLOOKUP is the only way to search for data, but VLOOKUP is stubborn. It requires your lookup value to be in the leftmost column. If your data is arranged so that your lookup key, like an ID, is in column B, and the data you want is in column A, VLOOKUP simply cannot see it. It only looks to the right. People end up cutting and pasting columns, which is a nightmare for data integrity. So what's the solution? The solution is the combination of index and match do. Enter the dynamic do, index and match. Think of it like this. Index tells Excel where to look, and match tells in which row to pick or which column to pick. For example, take a look at this table. This is the same table I used to teach VLOOKUP to you, and you can check this video in our channel. In this table, as you can see, the names are written in the left. And when I want to look for these values as the names, in this formula, you can see that the VLOOKUP value is the same names that are written in the left side. But if you move the names to the right, as you can see in this side, I use the same formulas again here. And the formula output is NA error. So it doesn't work because VLOOKUP cannot go back to the left and look for the values. The solution is to use index and match. Match can be used to find the row number and also the column number. For example, if I want to find the row number of Robin Hills, I can simply write match, which value I'm looking for, Robin Hills, and what's the lookup array? Every kind of column that you want. You can select a column to any column that you have values there. I select n column, and match type is here. I want to find the exact match, so I will write 0, and I can close the parentheses. So I can see that the row number here is 8. Let's check it. Robin Hills is written in the 8th row, as you can see. So it's correct. And also you can use match for finding the column number. For example, here I want to find the January in the columns. So if I write match again, this time I'm looking up for this value, and the array is a row. So I'm looking on 3rd row of the Excel. And now I want to make it as exact match. And after closing the parentheses, you can see that it's 2. So you can find January in the 2nd column, that is B column. By combining these row and column numbers from match function with index function, you can do the same thing VLOOKUP does, but without the restriction of VLOOKUP. If you write index here, you can find 2 different templates. First is an array. If you have an array, you can use the first one, but here I have a range. So the reference is the case I'm looking for. So the reference here is from the beginning of the table to the end of table. You can also select the titles, but you have to be aware of the number of rows and columns in this case. So I have selected the range. Then what's the row number? Row number was 8 here, and I found it with match. And the column number is 2, as I found in January in 2nd column of the Excel. And you can close the parentheses without mentioning the area number here. But there's a point you have to pay attention to. If you close the parentheses and use it, you can find the wrong number here. Here is 8, but you have to find 15 as you did that with VLOOKUP earlier. What's the problem? Problem is that match use the numbers of the column and rows of the Excel. These are the global numbers, not the local numbers index use. To fix that, pay attention that the first value of your range is located in 4th row and 2nd column. So you have to convert the values from match to the values to be used in index function. To do this, you have to decrease the row number by 3 because 3 rows are not used here and they are out of your table. So -3 for row works. And for column, if I neglect the first column and I remove 1 from the column number, I can reach the same value, that is 15. I've completed the table with the same formula. You can see I have combined these two functions into the first value here. And finally, you can write a complex formula with index. This is the range, this is the row number -3, and this is the column number -1. It's exactly the same values I showed you in separate cells, but here they are combined to each other. So if I use this combination for all 6 values in the table, you can remove the problem of errors in the second table with VLOOKUP that doesn't work. And you can use it in any case without any restriction that VLOOKUP has. So look at this. If I insert any column here, the formula is still working. If I insert any row between the table, again, you can see that the formula is still working without any problem. And if I move the lookup values that are names here to another cell to the left side of the table or any other column in the Excel, it's still working. It's independent, it's robust, and it's how professionals keep their spreadsheets from crashing. If you're still relying on VLOOKUP, give this a try in your next project. It's one of those small adjustments that saves hours of manual work for you. If you found this video helpful, check the link in the description for the practice file I used today. Don't forget to subscribe to Ben Academy for more tips on streamlining your data workflows. See you in the next video.